The Maui Film Festival kicks off today, and one of the films generating buzz is called Flight from Death. We're very happy this morning to welcome the men who brought this film to the big screen here, Greg Bennick and Patrick Shen.
I don't think there's any more important subject for a film than the notion of death.
It's starting to twitch.
It's not your fault. It's under the sweater there.
Imagine reading a book that completely rocks you at your core, and then getting to explore it fully.
My life has been changed forever by working on Flight from Death.
Patrick.
Correct.
Bennick.
Exactly.
We got to travel the world and talk to brilliant people about some big ideas. What inspired Flight from Death was Ernest Becker's book, Denial of Death.
In the late 90s, I was singing in a band, and we were on tour. And one morning, after an all-night drive at about 6 in the morning in Northern California, I was laying in the back of the van, and I finished the last pages of the Denial of Death.
I had been strolling through a bookstore one day and stumbled upon the book totally by accident, and read it, and it blew my mind, and decided I wanted to try and make a documentary out of it.
My attitude is that everybody should hear about these ideas, not because they're, quote, true, but because they're important and of contemporary interest.
I feel you should always be trying to question your illusion and to create a better one. Yeah, so it's a constant creative process.
Being anxious about death is really at the core of human experience. The real question is, what do we do with that anxiety on a personal level? And how does it impact our ability to interact in productive and nurturing ways?
I've found that I actually welcome that death anxiety in my life now, that I welcome that presence, because it's that presence that makes my life precious, it makes my life unique, it makes it something special.
Right, I got a pretty decent shot over here with
The function, I think, of any work of art is to provoke something in the viewer or the listener into examining himself.
Are you ready, Patrick?
I'm ready.
You the man on this.
I'm the man.
One of the highlights of making Flight from Death was meeting Sam Kean. Sam has just lived this very meaningful and purposeful life. He just exudes wisdom and this very genuine spirituality.
You know, I've come to the age where in my life, I've completed all the required courses except one. And I'm not going to rush for that examination, thank you. So when you begin to get there, at that point, you just know that every day is a kind of gift.
I think what's hopeful and optimistic about this film is that it encourages you or provokes you into thinking about the importance of living life for itself.
We all have a very specific number of seconds left in our lives. We don't know what that number of seconds is, but every second that clicks by is a second closer to that moment when we'll die. And working on Flight from Death really made me aware of that limited time that I have left on the earth and made me want to live, like we say in the film, more intensely.